Hey everybody, my name's Nick, and just want to say welcome to our new YouTube channel, Live Naked Cars. I'm pretty excited today. As you can see, we've got a beautiful 1966 Corvette Sting Ray we're going to be interviewing today. It's something very special to us. That's why it's going to be our first car we're going to be reviewing for our channel. This is my dad's car that he bought with my Uncle John, who recently passed away, unfortunately. But we're really excited to be doing this today, and stick with us. It's going to be fun. We've got a good person on today. This is my dad.
Probably the last time you'll see me on camera.
Yeah.
Or one of the last.
Unfortunately. He makes me do that, but... Well, thank you so much. I'm excited. I know this is it's a little tough, but we're going to kind of go through some stuff today on the 66 Corvette. So obviously it's a 1966 Corvette Sting Ray. What kind of motor we got in this thing?
Well, it's a 327, 300 horse motor. It's pretty unique because this is an all-original, unrestored car. And as Nick mentioned, my best friend and I bought it together about 8 years ago. He was Nick's godfather. We had always talked about buying a car like this together. Sorry.
It's alright.
He'd be pissed at me right now for being upset. But we found this car. It's all original unrestored car, which we really liked. We didn't intend to ever restore it. We just wanted to drive it and have fun with it. It meant a lot to both of us.
I can only imagine.
He's already claimed it though when I'm gone, so.
Well, this or the Camaro.
Well, that's true. I forgot about that. We have another car that hopefully we'll be able to bring you guys soon. It's a 1968 Camaro that I bought in 1988. And John was with me when I bought it. And when I was ready to sell it, he said, "You can't sell this car." I said, "Why not?" He said, "Because we've done all this work to it. You can't sell it." I said, "Well, I want a 57 Chevy, so I'm selling it." And as luck would have it, I guess, fate, unfortunately, he got rear-ended in his Honda Civic about 2 weeks later.
Sure,
thank God.
Get rid of that thing.
Thank God he wasn't hurt, but he got the insurance check and he bought that 68 Camaro from me. So it's been in his mom's garage since 1993, and we'd always talked about restoring that car as well. So Nick and I are going to do that together.
It'll be fun.
And yeah, so Nick will probably get the Camaro, and my younger son Matthew has claimed the Corvette. So anyway, let me see if I can hold it together while we go through this.
So what, transmission, rear end?
Well,
what do we got in this puppy?
So it's, like I said, it's a 327, 300 horse motor. It's got a 4-speed Muncie transmission. This is about as basic a Corvette as you could get in 1966. They made a lot less coupes than they did convertibles. Okay. So I don't know exactly what the numbers are, but in terms of cars, this is not a unique or special car in terms of numbers for 1966. But in terms of it being an original unrestored car, the only thing that's been done to this car is it was painted sometime, we think, before 1988. Because in the door jamb, there's an oil change sticker that's dated 1988. So we think sometime prior to 1988 it was painted. It was painted the original color, but the car has the original motor, the original transmission, the original rear end, the original hubcaps, which are really hard to find. It's got the original interior, the original door panels, the original carpet. The floor mats are newer, but everything else about this car is original, and the guy that I bought it from was so meticulous about keeping it original that he even went down to making sure that the correct hose clamps were on the car when he had to replace radiator hoses. So rubber and that kind of stuff has been replaced, but other than that, this car is an unrestored. It technically is not a survivor because it has been painted, but it's an unrestored, I'm going to call it a survivor type car. And that's why this car is so special. You just don't see a lot of them that are unrestored survivors. It's got just under 100,000 miles on it, and it's been a lot of fun to drive, and I wish John were here to drive it some more with us and be here today for this interview.
Yeah, and even though it's a basic, quote unquote, because of its originality, it adds a lot of value to it.
It does, and this car, going back to the basics of the car, no power steering, no power brakes, no power windows, no air conditioning.
That's fun in the sun. We've done that.
The air conditioning is here, and that's what we got. But yeah, it's been a lot of fun. I've done a few little minor things to it besides oil change. We had to have the radiator replaced, but I got the correct one from DeWitt's, the correct aluminum core radiator, date stamp correct stickers are on it, everything's good. We did some brake works to it. Corvette specialists in San Dimas did some brake work for me a few months ago, so now the car drives and stops just like it's supposed to.
Perfect. Is there anything, I mean, when you bought this car, when you guys were going to look, is there anything specifically about this year and this model that just stood out to you that you loved? I mean, not just the originality, but certain specs of it, certain stuff on the exterior that you loved about this kind of Corvette this year?
Well, it wasn't specifically this year, but one of, you know, people have asked me, I've owned a lot of cars in my life, as you know, you've seen the pictures, but people have asked me, you know, if you could have any car you wanted, regardless of money, what would you have? And I've never been able to give a car.
Yeah.
But one of the cars that is on the top of my list was always a 1967 427 Roadster with side pipes, and no side pipes on this one, but when we found this car, and actually your grandfather is the one that found this car, and called me and asked me if I was be interested in buying it, and I told him I couldn't afford it. He said, what about John? So I called Uncle John and I said, hey, you want to buy a Corvette? And he's like, yeah. So we went down and looked at it, and I just figured this was probably as close as I was going to get to the car one of the cars that's top of my list. You know, it's not a 67 427, it's a 66 327 4-speed car, no side pipes, but it's a beautiful car. It's a convertible, it's a Roadster, which is, you know, something I always wanted, and Uncle John loved it when he saw it.
Yeah.
You know, he was excited about it when I told him about it, and we drove down to San Diego and bought it, and I made him drive it home because I knew he would probably not drive it a lot because it was going to live in our garage. So
you made him drive it home in the sun.
It was raining.
Oh,
actually.
that's better.
It was raining, so he drove it home in the rain, and your brother had to sit in the front seat with a towel holding it up along the top so it wouldn't leak down in the inside.
Perfect.
It wasn't supposed to rain that day, but it did. So anyway, that's the car. Like I said, not a whole lot that I would call special about it, except it's special to me, and it's special because it's an unrestored Survivor.
Hey, and this is going to be our franchise car for our channel. So
yeah, as you'll notice, hopefully everybody will notice, the logo is designed after this car, and that's also very important to me because Uncle John and I always talked about having a car business, and do it for him.
Now we're starting this.
Yep.
All right, well let's take this thing for a spin.
Yeah, that's the fun part.
Let's do it. All right, let's do this thing.
And maybe you'll take the time to learn how to drive a stick so I can let you drive this.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Buckle up for safety. Absolutely. First or last?
Ricky Bobby.
That's right.
Now if we can just stay away from anybody else.
Yeah, that'd be good.
We are in Mexico.
Yes. We're doing our channels in Mexico, actually.
All videos filmed
in case you're
Mexico.
wondering. Yeah. We're getting a little shaky up here.
Did you guys come up here and do burnout last week?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe we did. Maybe we didn't.
All right. Well, you want to see what the outside view looks like?
Yeah, let's do that.
Face it backwards.
Face it backwards, huh?
Burnout marks over here.
Yeah. I like that. This is a little less shaky than my previous encounter. It's caught a little off guard on the last couple ones.
Well, it's all about
making sure
It's all about getting the heart pumping, having the adrenaline rush.
Yeah.
About driving cars. I mean, if it weren't for that, why would anybody do it? They just cost money, and you got to fix them when you break them. But if you don't drive them like you might break them, it's no fun. That's quite a view right there. Up until recently, I forgot how much fun it is to drive this car.
Yes, it is. It's fun to sit in the passenger seat with you.
Well, good. I'm glad you like it. Like I said, you're gonna learn how to drive a stick, and I might actually let you drive it.
He's not gonna let me drive it. He's lying to all of you.
Well, Uncle John was your godfather, and I think he would have wanted you to be able to drive it. So
that's very true.
So you got that going for you.
Yes. Yeah, buddy. All right, I'm grabbing the sissy bar.
Something tells me I'm not the only one that's done this here.
I would assume not.
Yeah.
Oh, slide. We're enjoying ourselves.
Again, what's not to enjoy on a Sunday afternoon driving a convertible Corvette through the mountains of Mexico?
Mountains of Mexico. Yeah.
So now we're on our way.
I think this thing's about to die. Let's see where we're at on this. In case you caught that, little highway patrolman, we're gonna try to behave as much as possible.
Oh, we always behave.
Ready to go. We're getting some cruising shots. Our 66 convertible Corvette. Sting Ray, of course. All right, that was fun.
That was a lot of fun. Deep breath.
Yeah.
Deep breath. I'm holding it together now.
Yeah.
Sorry about that before, but as you guys know, or will know, this car means a lot to me. He means a lot to me. I can't wait till, I appreciate my nephew Tyler helping us out, and I can't wait till my younger son Matt is here doing this with us. Hopefully he continues. Hopefully he continues his baseball career, but if not,
he can take over.
He
can be the face, so I don't have to do it anymore.
You're too ugly
then you don't
anyway.
get to ride in the cars, and you're not going to have all the fun.
That's a good point.
So
I
you better-
changed my mind.
Yeah, there we
Yeah,
go.
Nick, you're too ugly
I
anyway.
want to stay.
We'll have to use Matt.
I want to keep it.
There we go. So,
All right.
Thanks everybody.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.
This video is dedicated to our Uncle John, or my Uncle John, his friend, and please give us a thumbs up and please subscribe. See you soon.
Love you.
Love you too.